Hello and welcome. If you're over 70, first of all, congratulations. You've made it to a truly special chapter of life, one that not everyone gets to experience. And while aging is often spoken about with a tone of decline or limitation, today I want to turn that story on its head because I've noticed something remarkable. Some people in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s seem to radiate energy, clarity, and joy. They move with purpose. They laugh with ease. They still have goals, curiosity, and a light in their eyes that you don't expect to see past a certain age. And when you ask them what their secret is, their answers often sound surprisingly simple. So in today's video, we're going to explore what I call the ageless habits. If you're over 70 and you still do even one of these things regularly, you're not just aging, you're defying it. You're pushing back against the narrative that says your best days are behind you. You're showing the world and yourself that vitality isn't reserved for the young. It's available to anyone who chooses to live with intention. So whether you're 70, 75, or well into your 80s, this is for you. Or maybe you're younger and watching this to prepare for the road ahead. Either way, let's dive into the habits that define the people who are not just growing older, but growing better. Let's get started. Part 1. You keep moving. Everyday movement is one of the most powerful anti-aging tools we have, and it doesn't require a gym membership or an intense workout plan. In fact, the people who seem to defy aging the most are often the ones who keep moving in simple, sustainable ways, walking, gardening, stretching, dancing in the living room. It all counts. When you keep moving, you're not just keeping your muscles active. You're also supporting your heart, your lungs, your joints, and even your brain. Movement increases circulation, which helps deliver nutrients throughout the body. It boosts your mood, lowers stress hormones, and keeps your balance and coordination strong, which becomes more important with each passing year. I've met people in their 70s who walk every morning, rain or shine. Others do Tai Chi, yoga, or even gentle swimming. The point isn't what type of movement you choose, it's that you choose to move at all. Because the minute we stop moving, the body begins to stiffen, to shrink, to forget how to support us. Even 5 minutes of movement can change the course of your day. And the more consistently you move, the more you send your body a message: I'm still here. I still need you. Let's keep going. So if you're over 70 and you still find ways to move your body every day, you are absolutely defying aging. You're investing in your strength, your independence, and your longevity. Keep moving. It matters more than you know. Part 2. You stay curious and keep learning. Another trait I've seen in people who seem to age in reverse is their curiosity. They never stop asking questions. They never stop exploring new ideas. Whether it's learning how to use a new phone, picking up a musical instrument, diving into a new book, or even taking an online class, they stay engaged with the world around them. You see, the brain is like a muscle. When you stop challenging it, it starts to slow down. But when you keep it active, it continues to grow, adapt, and form new connections even in your 70s, 80s, and beyond. That's not just feel-good talk. It's backed by neuroscience. And learning doesn't have to be formal. It doesn't mean going back to school. It can be as simple as asking your grandchild how a new app works, learning a new recipe, joining a book club, or trying a new hobby. The key is to stay mentally engaged and open. Curiosity creates energy. It opens you up to new people, new conversations, new perspectives. It keeps you sharp, flexible, and connected. So if you're over 70 and you still ask questions, still get excited about learning something new, you're not just keeping your brain young, you're keeping your spirit young, too. And that's one of the clearest signs that you're truly defying aging. Part 3, you nurture meaningful connections. The older we get, the more we realize that life isn't about things, it's about people. And those who seem to age with grace and joy are often the ones who invest deeply in their relationships. They call their friends. They check in on neighbors. They make time for family, even if it's just a short conversation. Human connection is one of the most powerful forces in health and longevity. Studies have shown that strong social ties are linked to lower rates of heart disease, better immune function, and even longer lifespans. But more than that, they bring meaning. They make us feel seen, valued, and loved. I've met elders who still have lunch with their childhood friends, who mentor younger generations, who volunteer just to stay connected, and even those who live alone make the effort to join a local group, write letters, or engage online in meaningful ways. If you're over 70 and you still prioritize your relationships, you're doing something remarkable. You're protecting your emotional and physical health in one of the most powerful ways possible. Connection is nourishment for the soul, and those who continue to give and receive love, even in small ways, are not just surviving, they're thriving. So keep reaching out, keep showing up, keep opening your heart, because love, friendship, and belonging never go out of style, and they might just be the best anti-aging remedy we have. Part 4, you embrace change. Instead of resisting. One of the greatest signs of resilience in older adults is their ability to adapt. Life will always bring change, sometimes painful, sometimes beautiful, but those who thrive past 70 are the ones who don't fight against change. They flow with it. That might mean accepting a new diagnosis with grace, downsizing to a smaller home, or learning how to use technology to stay in touch with family. It could mean grieving the loss of a spouse while still choosing to find meaning in the days that follow. It might even mean adjusting routines when the body asks for more rest or fewer commitments. Instead of saying, "I can't believe this is happening," they say, "Okay, what now?" That mindset, that quiet flexibility is one of the most underappreciated aspects of vitality. Resisting change takes energy. Embracing it creates flow. And those who defy aging are masters of flow. They don't dwell on how things used to be. They find joy in what is. They adjust. They laugh. They learn. So if you're over 70 and you can still smile at the unknown, adapt to a new normal, or try something different, you're not just growing older, you're growing wiser. And that is the very essence of aging well. Part 5, you practice daily gratitude. Of all the habits that defy aging, gratitude might be the most powerful and the most underestimated. People who age well tend to have a deep appreciation for the little things: a warm cup of tea, a phone call from a friend, a sunset through the window. They don't take life for granted. They don't dwell too long on what's missing. Instead, they focus on what's still here, what still works, what still brings joy. Practicing gratitude every day doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending everything is perfect. It means acknowledging the hard parts while still choosing to celebrate the good. Even on tough days, a simple thank you can shift your energy, calm your nervous system, and remind you that not all is lost. Some people keep a gratitude journal, writing down 3 things they're thankful for each morning. Others speak it aloud, thanking their bodies, their breath, the people they love. However you practice it, the point is to make gratitude a regular rhythm in your life. Because here's the truth: grateful people don't age the same way. They carry lightness in their hearts. They smile more, they stress less, and they often inspire everyone around them. So if you wake up and still find something to be thankful for, if you end your day with a heart that notices beauty, you are doing something profoundly life-giving. Gratitude is not just an emotion, it's a practice, and it might just be one of the clearest signs that you're not growing old. You're growing into your best self. Part 6, you find purpose in each day. One of the biggest myths about aging is that purpose disappears when we retire, when the kids grow up, or when our pace slows down. But the people who defy aging understand that purpose doesn't end. It evolves. Purpose isn't always grand. It doesn't have to be a job or a cause. It can be tending a garden, mentoring a younger person, feeding the birds, calling someone who lives alone, creating art, or simply starting the day with a prayer or intention. Purpose is personal. It's the reason you get up in the morning and choose to be part of the world. Having a sense of purpose has been linked to lower rates of cognitive decline, better physical health, and even increased lifespan. But more than that, it gives you something to look forward to, a reason to keep growing. When you live with purpose, each day feels like a gift. You become less focused on time passing and more focused on how you're spending it. So if you're over 70 and you still feel connected to a sense of meaning, whether big or small, you're doing more than just defying aging. You're living with vitality. You're living with heart. And that may be the most powerful thing of all. Part 7. You laugh often and don't take life too seriously. Laughter is one of the purest expressions of a life well lived. And those who defy aging, they laugh a lot. Not because their lives are perfect, but because they've learned not to take everything so seriously. They've learned that a good laugh can soften the hard edges of the day. Laughter boosts immunity, reduces stress, relaxes your muscles, and even improves heart health. But beyond the science, it just feels good. It reminds you that there is still joy to be found, even in the middle of uncertainty or loss. It brings people together. It helps us connect. I've sat with people in their 80s who could laugh at their own forgetfulness, who shared stories with tears in their eyes and laughter in their voices. That lightness, it's medicine. It keeps the heart open and the spirit resilient. And it doesn't have to come from jokes or comedy. Sometimes it's laughing at a memory, laughing with a grandchild, or laughing at the beautiful absurdity of life. So if you're over 70 and you still find moments to smile, to chuckle, to laugh with others, you are nourishing your soul in a way that no vitamin can replicate. Keep laughing. It's one of the surest signs that your spirit is still young, because joy is timeless. And laughter defies age better than anything else I know. Part 8. You care for your body like it's a trusted friend. At a certain point in life, we begin to realize that our bodies are not just vehicles. They are companions. They carry our stories, our struggles, our strength. And those who age well don't just tolerate their bodies, they care for them with kindness. People over 70 who are truly defying aging often treat their bodies like trusted old friends. They listen when something feels off. They feed it nourishing food. They hydrate. They stretch and rest when needed. They don't punish their bodies for aging. They thank them for enduring. There is a difference between maintenance and mindfulness. The first is doing what you have to do. The second is doing it with gratitude and awareness. That shift changes everything. I've met men and women who speak to their bodies gently, who put lotion on their skin with intention, who walk not to lose weight, but to feel alive, to breathe more deeply. That level of care radiates outward. It shows. If you're over 70 and you treat your body like a partner instead of a problem, you are doing something powerful. You are aging with dignity, with presence, with love, because in the end, the body isn't something we escape from. It's something we come home to. And how we care for it is a reflection of how we feel about life itself. Part 9. You keep showing up for life, even when it's hard. Perhaps the most powerful sign that someone is defying aging is this: they keep showing up. Even when the body aches, even when the calendar is emptier than it used to be, even when the people they love most are no longer around. They keep showing up for sunrises, for conversations, for cups of coffee, for walks down the same street they've walked 1,000 times. They keep showing up for doctor's appointments, for grandkids' birthdays, for the small, sacred moments that make up a life. Resilience is not the absence of pain. It's the willingness to keep participating in life despite it. And those who live vibrantly into their 70s and beyond understand this deeply. They allow themselves to grieve, to feel, to rest, but they don't disappear into the background. There is incredible courage in staying engaged, in waking up each day and saying, I'm still here. I'm still open to what this day might bring. That decision, repeated daily, is one of the clearest signs of a life that's not just long, but full. So if you're over 70 and you still get up, still seek joy, still reach out to others, still try new things, still care about the world, you are defying aging in the most meaningful way possible. Because defying aging isn't about denying your age. It's about embracing every year you've lived and choosing to live the next one with heart, with hope, and with presence. So there you have it, 10 quiet, powerful habits that, when practiced daily, don't just keep you alive. They help you feel alive. If you recognize yourself in even one of these, know this, you're already doing something extraordinary. You are writing a different story about aging. You are showing those around you that vitality, joy, and purpose are not limited by age. And if you didn't see yourself in these yet, that's okay too, because it is never too late to begin. Never too late to pick up a new habit, to reach out, to stretch, to smile, to say thank you, or to simply begin again tomorrow with a little more intention. Aging is inevitable, but how we age, that is largely up to us. So let this be your reminder, your encouragement, or your gentle nudge. Your life is not behind you. It's right here, right now. And every small act of care, curiosity, connection, and courage adds up. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this video resonated with you, please consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and sharing it with someone you love. Sometimes, just hearing the right words at the right time can be the beginning of a beautiful shift. Until next time, take good care of yourself, stay curious, stay connected, and most of all, keep showing up. Because you, my friend, are not just aging. You're aging with wisdom, and that is something to be deeply proud of.